Hi!
You're good at making big announcements.
We're having a go!
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to IHSAAfoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
The following is a live sports presentation of GLICOD. GLICOD.com.
GLICOD's coverage of Jim Butner Auto's Southern Indiana High School basketball starts now.
Welcome to Southern Indiana High School basketball today on GLICOD.com, YouTube, IHSAA TV, brought to you by Jim Butner Auto in Clarksville, where they are striving to keep you driving. Today we have the Salem Lady Lions at 8-5, coming to Silver Creek to play the Silver Creek Lady Dragons at 15-1. Hello and good afternoon, everybody. I'm Dr. Todd Carter. Alongside me is Coach Chris Moore, and he is new to our broadcast team here at GLICOD. And welcome, and thanks for joining us today.
Well, I'm happy to be here, Todd. Thank you very much. I'm excited about it. A good sectional rival game like this is going to be today.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. And so these teams have offered up some really good ball games over the past few years. And so we will see if we have another good one today. We sure hope so. Rest of our broadcast crew today, DeKevian Gauss, who is our local producer running the computer, Tess Carter on the camera, and Steve Bird, our executive producer. Well, first, let's look at our schedule. A look at this week's schedule on GLICOD, presented by 9-Round Fitness in Clarksville. Experience a 9-round workout for free with no obligations. Visit them at 122-5 Veterans Parkway in Clarksville. Well, coming up here in the coming week on Friday, we are at Floyd Central for the Jeffersonville Red Devils at the Floyd Central Highlanders. I will be there with Jeff Cooper, 7:30 start, 7 o'clock pregame. For that one, a big Hoosier Hills Conference rivalry game there. And then on Saturday night, we will follow the Highlanders out to North Harrison High School. And so we will have Floyd Central at North Harrison. Tip on that one is scheduled to be around 7:30 as well. I believe I will be out there with Paul Love next Saturday night. So lots of big basketball for you, boys basketball for you next Friday and Saturday night. Again, your schedule brought to you by 9-Round Fitness in Clarksville. Visit them at 1225 Veterans Parkway. Well, let's step away, and when we return, had the chance to talk to head coach of the Salem Lions, Jerry Hickey, in his 9th season with Salem, and so had a nice chat with him. Let's step away here from some of our great sponsors. When we return, we will get you Jerry Hickey as we count down to the tip here this afternoon on GLICOD.
Hi, I'm Isaiah. And I'm Grant. I'm vape-free because I've witnessed and experienced firsthand how tobacco can affect teens who want to escape from school, work, or other social activities. When it comes to curbing teenage use of tobacco and e-cigarettes, actions speak. Voice Indiana engages, educates, and empowers teens throughout the state to take action by promoting and celebrating a lifestyle free of tobacco and e-cigarettes.
Find out how you can be part of the statewide youth empowerment movement and help end teenage nicotine use by going to voiceindiana.org.
I'm your cat. And ever since you brought me home that day, I've been plotting to destroy you. This is 1 billion years of tiger DNA just ready to pounce. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, you could be coughing up the cash for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like meow.
Contact Floyd Snobbs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Allstate agent Packy Page, with offices in Floyd Snobbs and Jeffersonville. To find out how Allstate can put you in good hands, or for a free quote, call Packy at 812-202-7271.
Welcome back to Southern Indiana High School basketball this afternoon on GLICOD.com. And I'm here with head coach Jerry Hickey of the Salem Lady Lions. And coach, 8-5 record on the season. Looks from what I can see like you played some good teams very well, seem to be improving. What else do you need to do pushing towards tournament time?
We need to be able to close out games on the road. Tuesday night we had the lead with the ball, 40 seconds left, give that one away. North Harrison, we had a 4-point lead with the ball, a minute to go, and we let that one slip away. So really that and the ability to win and play well on the road are where we're struggling. I think we're 6-0 at home and 2-5 on the road.
Well, and so as far as playing on neutral sites or on the road, today obviously a big test, but just what kinds of things do you try to do with your team to try to maybe get them over that hurdle or that hump?
We try to address the mental side of it a lot, and being mentally ready, and you have to be mentally tough to win on the road against good teams. And I think right now that's just kind of where we've been struggling. We brought our JV boys in to practice against a little bit the other day, and just to get used to more of the pressure atmosphere going against Silver Creek today. So we're hoping that pays off for us.
Well, now, when your team is playing well, what does it look like? What are they doing well?
Shooting the ball well is a big part. Sharing the ball, pressuring, causing turnovers. I mean, that when we can get out and run out, that's when we really start to flow well. But most importantly, like how we shoot the ball dictates so much. And so we're hoping for a good shooting day today.
Well, now, you're obviously always familiar with the Silver Creek team. Salem and Silver Creek have given us some really good games over the last few years. Just your thoughts on what Silver Creek's going to put on the court today.
They're great. They're having another great season. we thought losing the 3 key players that they lost last year that they would take a step back, but the rest of their players have really stepped up. And, to be honest, it's kind of what we've been seeing the last several years is when you go against that type of talent and ability every day, you really improve. And I think you've seen that with some of their role players that didn't play much last year, the Tingle girl and then Wilkinson coming back. And then, of course, with Rooney and Stuyvesant and Sirota, I mean, you've got 3 guards that started or were 6-man in the state championship game. So they have surpassed, I think, everybody's expectations, including their own. And you just got to really give credit to their coaching staff and their kids for what they've done this year.
Well, I think you touched on it a little bit already, but keys to the game. If you are going to win today, how do you win?
For sure, number one is limit turnovers. We just can't turn the ball over. We're not generating as many turnovers defensively, and we just can't take that differential in the turnover margin. The games we've lost, turnovers have hurt us, especially down the stretch. So, if you watch on film, which I know they did, you know that if it's close at the end of the game, you're in a good shape against us because we're not closing out games and making some poor decisions late. So, limiting those turnovers, limiting their 3-point shots. When they're hitting threes, they really get going. So those are our 2 big keys that we're gonna focus on and kind of try to find a new identity here. We've been in a little bit of a lull, and we're gonna look for some different things to give us a spark.
All right, good luck today, Coach.
All right, thank you.
And stay tuned for all the high school basketball action today on GLICOD.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Nobody wants to be told that they have cancer. When you find out that you have cancer, you want to make sure and try to get it treated as quickly as possible. That's what Priority Radiology did for me. The time they saved me from fretting about it is something I can't repay. They got me my results within 3 hours. It's unheard of to get that kind of results that quick. I can't hardly tell you how important that was for my mental state. It really helped me get through that day.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on GLICOD.
Back at Silver Creek High School, where we've got an afternoon girls contest for you on GLICOD. The 15-1 Lady Dragons of Silver Creek hosting the Lady Lions at 8-5. And it's time for today's Keys to the Game. Keys to the Game presented by Mack Construction. Mack Construction provides safe, productive, quality workmanship in civil construction and excavation. Visit mackconstruction.com. Well, we already heard from Coach Hickey of the Salem Lady Lions, and his keys were limiting turnovers and limiting the Silver Creek three-pointers. And if possible, if they end up in such a situation, boy, they would love dearly to close out a game, especially one on the road. Time to welcome back in Coach Chris Moore, and your thoughts from Coach Hickey's perspective on those keys.
Well, the first key, obviously, is any coach wants to limit their turnovers in the ball game. I mean, you're not going to win most games if you're giving the ball to the other team. But I'm just watching Silver Creek, how they shoot the ball here in just the warm-ups, and I know that was one of Coach's keys also, is that, hey, just limiting the three-point shots. And this is a team here that's it's a senior laden team, and they shoot the ball very well just when I watch them here in warm-up. So I think they're going to have their hands full and have to really be locked in on what that objective is.
Well, and giving you a preview of the talk I had with Coach Shane, keys for Silver Creek were just guard. Got to guard, especially also from deep, and then win the rebounding battle. So your thoughts there as far as the Silver Creek side goes?
Well, Silver Creek is going to the rebounding battle obviously is, and I'm a big rebounding coach. Things I focus on with my teams as well. And
yeah,
I know Salem's got some size now. They have a 6-foot starter at the 5 spot, so you got to think she's going to have her hands on a lot of balls down there. But both teams are experienced and have a lot of seniors, so I think that's always supposed to be one of the important keys is controlling the glass and not giving second, third scoring opportunities.
Absolutely. So those are your keys to the game for this afternoon's contest. Again, brought to you by Mack Construction. Mack Construction, providing safe, productive, quality workmanship in civil construction and excavation. Visit mackconstruction.com. We're going to step away here from some more of our awesome sponsors here on GLICOD. When we come back, I had about a 4-minute talk with Coach Scott Shane. We'll hear from him when we return on GLICOD.
Busy, always on the go. And when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it is not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities, the Department of Mental Health and Addictions, and Our Place.
Hi, I'm Isaiah.
And I'm Grant. I'm vape-free because I've witnessed and experienced firsthand how tobacco can affect teens who want to escape from school, work, or other social activities. When it comes to curbing teenage use of tobacco and e-cigarettes, actions speak. Voice Indiana engages, educates, and empowers teens throughout the state to take action by promoting and celebrating a lifestyle free of tobacco and e-cigarettes.
Find out how you can be part of the statewide youth empowerment movement and help end teenage nicotine use by going to voiceindiana.org.
The second game of the season, I popped my shoulder out of socket, so I went to the doctor a few weeks later, and they referred me to priority radiology to get an arthrogram. It was about a day later that they told me the news that I tore my labrum. Since I got the results back so quick, I got to start doing physical therapy and everything quicker, which made my recovery process a lot quicker, and I'm thankful for priority radiology for getting the results back that fast.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on GLICOD.
Welcome back to Southern Indiana High School Basketball on GLICOD, and I'm here with head coach Scott Shane of the Silver Creek Lady Dragons. Coach, 15-1 this season. I'm thinking maybe even a little bit above expectations with how your team has been playing, and sure looks like they've been playing well. What are they doing well?
Well, just playing together, and we are. We had the conversation just a little bit ago about, where we are right now, halfway through the year, and probably none of us would have thought 15-1. But when you got a group of kids who who are believers in each other and play really hard and they play right, they share the basketball, they sit down and defend and rebound. I feel like if we do that, we got a chance at every game. And then we've been shooting the ball extremely well. And when you do those things, defend and then shoot the ball well, I think that's how you end up with a 15-1 record.
Well, and absolutely. How big is it to be? We talked about this, I think, maybe early in the season, just for these players to have gone against and played against the team from last year, and then your younger players to be playing against this group. You're starting five now.
Yeah, that's 100% that. I mean, we've got Kennedy, Emmy, and Sid who all played in big games. I mean, and I can't say enough about Kennedy, and the way she's stepped her basketball game up this year, along with Emmy Rooney and Sydney. Sid's doing Sid things. Sid's just getting a lot more time to do those things, and Emmy's out there shooting the ball with not worrying about who's the sub coming in. And then with Lacey Tingle and Meredith Wilkinson, again, they were able to go every day last year against against the 3A state champs, and we had battles, and that's the thing people don't see behind closed doors is like that JV team would give our varsity a run. It was some really good basketball talent in this gym at practice last year. And so it's not surprising to me. 15-1, it is surprising as far as that goes. I thought we'd have a few, we had slippage, and hopefully we don't have any slippage tonight or today. But it didn't surprise me because I knew that we had kids that can play. Like Lacey Tingle, I knew. One of Alana Stuyvesant said it best the other day. She goes, Lacey's just doing what she did every day in practice. And how true, and now you're just seeing it on full display here.
Right. Yeah. Well, now as far as the Salem team goes, I mean, we've seen some battles between Silver Creek and Salem here over the last few years. What are they going to put on the court against you today?
Well, they're well coached. They're going to shoot the ball extremely well, and that's what they want to do. They got Natalie Noel who can shoot it from 25 to 30 feet. A college basketball player. The Rats is going to be probably the best athlete on the floor, and then Tomlinson who can straight out fill it up. And she's a coach's kid, so she's a really cerebral basketball player, and they're going to have a lot of pride. This is a rivalry, and I told our girls, I said, just accept it. This is what it is, but this is fun. It's not rivalries if you're not competing, and it's not a rivalry if it doesn't mean anything. And this is a big rivalry for us, and I know it is for them too. And we've had some battles, man, some really tough games. So I'm hoping today's not like that, but I'm sure it's going to be a tough basketball game.
Well, now, if you're going to win the game today, what are the keys? What are you going to do well?
Yeah, we got to guard. We got to sit down and make sure we don't let Noel get loose for threes. We got to make sure that we contain Rats on getting to the boards and driving the ball, and we can't let Tomlinson stand out there and play pig against us. And then we got to handle the basketball. They 2-2-1 back to 2-3, and so we got to we're not giving them a points in transition. And I think if we do that, sit down and guard, win the rebounding war, and and shoot the ball fairly decent, I think that's a good recipe for success. But again, I think it's going to be whatever team is consistent, and not having any slippage is kind of what we've been talking about.
Good luck today, Coach.
Hey, I appreciate you guys being here. Happy New Year.
Stay tuned for all the high school basketball action.
Hi, I'm Isaiah. And I'm Grant. I'm vape-free because I've witnessed and experienced firsthand how tobacco can affect teens who want to escape from school, work, or other social activities. When it comes to curbing teenage use of tobacco and e-cigarettes, actions speak. Voice Indiana engages, educates, and empowers teens throughout the state to take action by promoting and celebrating a lifestyle free of tobacco and e-cigarettes.
Find out how you can be part of the statewide youth empowerment movement and help end teenage nicotine use by going to voiceindiana.org.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
Where's Cobra Guy?
What?
No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
From GLICOD, it's Jim Butner Auto Southern Indiana High School Basketball. Jim Butner Auto in Clarksville, striving to keep you driving. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1952. By Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page, he puts you in good hands. By the Clark County Health Department, promoting a safe and healthy community. ClarkHealth.net. By Community Action of Southern Indiana, helping people, changing lives. By Centra Credit Union, Carter Family Dentistry in New Albany, State Farm Insurance Agent Teresa Lamb, Our Place, Burns Garage, Priority Radiology, and Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. Now to courtside for all the action from GLICOD on Jim Butner Auto Southern Indiana High School Basketball.
Time for the starting lineups for this afternoon's contest between the Lady Lions and the Lady Dragons of Silver Creek. First, for the Lions, they will go as follows. Sydney Brown, a 5'7" junior guard. Natalie Knoll, a 5'10" senior guard. Abigail Ratz, a 5'11" senior forward. Macy Tomlinson, a 5'8" senior guard. And Kaylee Klinglesmith, a 6' senior center. For the Lady Dragons of Silver Creek, they will go as follows. Kennedy Mason Striverson, a 5'8" senior guard. Sydney Sirota, a 5'6" senior guard. Lacey Tingle, a 5'9" senior guard. Emmy Rooney, a 5'9" senior guard. And Meredith Wilkinson, a 6' senior at forward. So again, for the Lions, Brown, Knoll, Ratz, Tomlinson, and Klinglesmith. And for the Dragons, Mason Striverson, Sirota, Tingle, Rooney, and Wilkinson. So as the Dragons are introduced on the court, we get another chance to introduce our broadcast crew to you here today. I'm Dr. Todd Carter. Alongside me is analyst Coach Chris Moore. Thank him for coming and joining us. We also have DK Gauss running our computer here on site. Steve Bird, our executive producer, and Tess Carter on our camera this afternoon. Coach, so we got an afternoon tilt here, and let's see what we got.
Well, after watching that hype video, I'm ready to ball. Let's play some ball. I mean, yeah. I'm sure that both teams are excited about it also. One thing about both these teams, they're both holding opponents under 50 points, so it seems like it should be a good defensive game.
Yeah, I think it might very well be, and both coaches talked about how they needed to defend the opposing team's shooters and then shoot the ball well. So it could be one of those things where, will the defense, one of the defenses rise to the occasion, or will we end up with a shootout and run that score way up? So we'll just have to see, and that's the fun part as the teams come to the court, what we might get. All right. And again, thank you for joining us. If you like our GLICOD product, we'd love for you to subscribe so you can find out when our ball games will be on. Get those notifications. For instance, we had thought all week we were going to be on this evening, and there was a little confusion. Ends up being an afternoon game, and we're happy that you joined us. So we've got the opening tip going to Salem, and out high, that's Knoll, who will start things off here for the Lady Lions. Silver Creek playing a man defensive scheme at the moment, and a whistle away from the ball. And a push. That's going to go against Emmy Rooney.
Silver Creek foul number 30, Emmy Rooney, her first, team's first.
So first team's first, and Salem just trying to get wanting to get settled in and see what they're going to do offensively. That's Rats with the ball there. I tried to hand off there to Noel, and Noel tracked it down back inside Klinglesmith. Sort of a handoff to Rats, broken up, and then a scrum for it there between Sydney Brown and can't see who that was for Silver Creek. That was Tingle, Lacey Tingle.
And right away, I think they want to try to get it into the paint, take advantage of their post advantage.
Don't know if that's an inadvertent whistle or, inadvertent horn. Okay, we're working out alternating possession here. I think they're trying to figure out who's got possession.
That should be an easy one. We just had to jump 20 seconds ago, didn't we?
That's what I thought. Seemed to be a question about it, though. So now we're set to go. And that's Kennedy Mason Stuyvesant bringing the ball across the timeline there. And working it for Silver Creek. Gets it in the corner. That's shot up by Rooney for three.
Rooney, assist Stuyvesant.
Well, so there's some of that shooting right off the bat, Coach.
Well, we'll see if Salem stays in that 3-2 zone.
And that's Rats, takes it to the other end, misses from close range, had to change his shot a bit. Stuyvesant coming to the other end, gives it up. It's Sirota out high, gives it back to Stuyvesant. She drives it, can't get it to go, partially blocked there by Klinglesmith. Noel with it, out high. Gives it to Brown, who's going to direct a little traffic. Working on Sirota. Dumps it off to Abigail Rats. Rats down in the corner there to Noel. Good defense by Silver Creek. Worked through some of that. Now driving it, putting it up is Tomlinson. And a jump ball.
Jump ball, possession error, Salem.
So Salem retains. See if there's a discussion this time, Coach. Nope.
No, I think they're going to let that go.
So Salem to trigger. Throws it into Rats, and just a little too hard. Get the feeling maybe she thought contact was coming. Sirota with it. Now around the horn. Oh, it was Rooney trying to drive it, and good hands there from Klinglesmith.
Silver Creek's doing a good job of moving that ball around the perimeter. Like I said, they've got 4 shooters on the floor at all times, it seems.
So Mason Stuyvesant to trigger. And trying to pop it into Wilkinson, and a good defense there. Turnover to Salem.
Well, so far we have more turnovers than points, don't we?
I believe so. That's Dean new in the ball game for Salem, Natalie Dean. Abigail Rats with it, working against Stuyvesant, wants to put it up off the glass, couldn't get it to go. Just defense, just enough there to change her shot up. Now down low, oh, nicely blocked there on Wilkinson. Got the ball back. Now we got Stuyvesant going out to reset. Sirota back to Stuyvesant. Down in the corner to Tingle. Hits Sirota, driving it, and lays it up and in.
Basket, Sirota.
So the senior with her first 2 to get in the box score makes it 5-0. Home Dragons. And Tomlinson on the other end draws a foul.
Foul number 25, Lacey Tingle.
That's Lacey Tingle with her first, the second team foul for Silver Creek.
One thing I do like is Salem is they're being very aggressive trying to drive the ball. They're going to try to force Silver Creek to guard.
Now, nice set inbounds play there, but so far a little bit of a lid on the basket. Salem gets the rebound. Tomlinson launches it, could not get that to go. Silver Creek comes down with the rebound that time. So that was a nice look on the inbounds, and Salem just can't quite get it to go. Oh, good interior pass there. Wilkinson lays it up and in, and we've got a timeout on the floor, so we will take a timeout as well when we return. It's 7-0, home Dragons over the Lady Lions.
Is a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on GLICOD.
Bit of a lid on the basket for the Salem Lions thus far in the early going, and they have the ball now, trailing by 7. Rats with it, and you know, Coach, they'd really like to open that up and get some balls through the hoop, get that to fall.
They're going to get a couple to fall. They've had some good looks. They're going to get some to fall for them before long here. Like I said, I like their aggressiveness.
It's one of those, you figure water's going to find its level, and they good defense. No, yeah, good defense. Travel there. Lacey Tingle.
Another one of those turnovers Coach talked about pregame.
So another empty possession and a turnover. Lacey Tingle with it. Goes left to Rooney and then back around the horn. Mason Stuyvesant to Sirota. Working against his zone defense this go round. And launching it, Tingle couldn't get it to fall. But Silver Creek tracks down the long rebound. Now Sirota with it. Mason Stuyvesant. And it's Silver Creek just wants to reset against the zone. Rats gets in the passing lane there, rips it down, goes to the other end, working in Stuyvesant. Oh, there's a bucket.
Basket by Rats.
So the 5'11" senior forward finally breaks through for the Lady Lions. Stuyvesant launches a 3, can't get it to fall. Rats hitting the dirt there, or the deck, I should say. But Salem comes up with the rebound. Rats gives it up. Shot from Brown from the right side. That won't fall. Klingel-Smith with the board. Tries to get it up and under and ends up underneath the backboard there. A little extra defender on that one.
Tomlinson for Salem. Decker into the lineup. Reese Decker into the lineup.
So Salem will, Silver Creek will have the ball, leading by 5.
It's like Salem's going over to a man-to-man this time.
Rooney with an attempt, could not get it to go, and nice block out there. Ball goes out of bounds after the tip, and Salem will control. That's Tomlinson that triggered it in, gets the ball back to bring it up against some pressure, and Sirota with the quick hands, knocking it out of bounds. So the man in the striped shirt says it belongs to the team in white. And so that's the way it's going to be. Looked a little different from up here, but that's the way it is. Sirota gets the ball on the 3. Can't get it to fall. Rats with the big rebound out to Brown. Brown, has it poked away. Nice defense there by Tingle. Coming the other way as Sirota runs into traffic. So let's see who that's going to go against. It looked like it was going to be Dean. No. Yeah, Natalie Dean. First team foul for the Lady Lions. So Mason Straverson to trigger. Fires it into Rooney. And dumps it back in. Yeah, nice pass. And again, looked like a set play. Well run, just couldn't get it to fall. Brown going to the other end, working against Sirota. Sirota with the quick hands. Then saved back to Klingelsmith for the three from outside. Natalie Knoll couldn't connect. And Silver Creek comes down with the rebound. I tell you what, it is a rebounding battle underneath there, isn't it, Coach?
It is.
Oh, ball knocked
Turnovers
away
as
from
well.
Sirota. Now in the hands of Brown. Gets it back to Rats. Rats trying to split the defender. Lost the ball out of bounds. Late whistle there. See which way that's going to go. I think it's going to stay with Salem. Nope. Going to the other end. Alternating possession. Okay.
That's 6 or 7 turnovers, I count. You still got 2 minutes to play in this quarter.
Both coaches really wanted to limit that and having a tough time thus far. Decker new in the ball game for the Dragons, number 22. As Sirota gets it over to Straverson, shoots the three, won't go. Plucked out there by Rooney. Now Sirota with the three. That one won't fall. Follow, though, by Mason Straverson. Her first 2 points of the game. But Mason Straverson cleaning it up there. Back to a 7-point lead. And Tomlinson from way outside. That was halfway down, but popped back out. Decker comes up with the rebound. One and done there for the Salem Lions. Cross court, back to Mason Straverson. Fills that one up with the three.
She has a nice stroke. She really does. It just looks like it's going in as soon as it was released.
10-point lead, biggest lead of the ball game for the Lady Dragons. And then Abigail Rats trying to get it inside, gets the harm. That's against Mason Straverson. So Rats will head to the line. She's got two, the only two on the Salem scoreboard thus far. Knocks home the first of the free tosses. Foley checks in the ball game in the place of Straverson. In the place of Sirota. My fault. Under a minute now.
Back to that 3-2 zone.
All three of the Salem points from Abigail Rats. And Mason Straverson pretty well happy to stand out there and just dribble it as needed. Now Rooney gets double teamed. Here comes the defense, but a hold, or a grab, I guess would be a better way to put it.
Foul number 1, Sydney Brown.
Sydney Brown with her first. So Emmy Rooney on the sideline out here. Passes it to the backcourt. And to Straverson. Gets it back on the little give and go. Shoots the three. Fills it up again.
Straverson a 3. Assist Foley.
So 8 points for Mason Straverson. Brown, the other end, tries a shot right at the buzzer or near the buzzer. It won't go. And that at the end of one, the Silver Creek Lady Dragons 15 and Salem 3. We will have second quarter action upcoming for you when we return here on GLICOD.
COVID-19 continues in our community. We are seeing increased cases in the younger population. While severity may be lower, there are still many health issues associated with infection, risk of transmission to other vulnerable citizens, and increasing the rate of development of variant strains. This is why the CDC recommends you get vaccinated. For more information or to schedule a COVID-19 vaccine or test, visit www.clarkhealth.net. Again, that's www.clarkhealth.net.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on GLICOD.
Salem with the first possession of the second quarter, and Coach, it goes without saying, Salem really needs to have some buckets fall in.
Yeah, like I said, I think their aggressiveness is going to pay off here. You know, those shots are going to fall. They're going to get to the free throw line. They really need to take care of the basketball. One of the keys the coach had was no turnovers, and they just have too many.
Another empty possession there as Tomlinson with the attempt. Won't get it to go. And Silver Creek back on the attack. Mason Straverson directs a little traffic. Gets it to Sirota on the near wing here. And Wilkinson trying to find Mason Straverson, and does.
Straverson assists Wilkinson.
It's a one-man offensive show right now with Straverson.
Kennedy Mason Straverson with 10 of the 17 for Silver Creek. That's Knoll. Passes back out of it to Brown. Brown shoots the three. Couldn't get it to go, but the long rebound back out to the Lady Lions. Now Rats with it, top of the key. Klingelschmidt thought about the long three, but gives it up. Now in the hands of Knoll. Knoll will shoot it, though. Buries it.
3, Natalie Knoll.
So Natalie Knoll coming off an 18-point performance at Vincennes Rivet, which is a game Salem lost 46-41 about a week and a half ago, but she could fill it up. Good defensive possession there by Salem. Knoll thought about that one again, I believe. Gives it up to Klinglesmith on the baseline, spin move, and get the first to go. And down with it is Wilkinson. Wilkinson
Good
shoots the
movement.
three. Won't go. I agree, though, Coach. Good ball movement. Oh, quickly out to Klinglesmith. Defense comes and saves the day, though. Lacey Tingle just takes it away. Really heady play there from Lacey Tingle, Silver Creek.
It was. It's just too many empty possessions by Salem.
Wilkinson, handoff. Straverson, that was blocked. Rats got a hand in there. So good defense again. Now let's see what Salem can do on offense. Rats trying to get in there, has it taken away again. Sirota just reaches in and snatches that ball away. Goes hard at the other end, lays it up and in.
Basket, Sydney Sirota.
As Sydney Sirota with 4 here in the first half, 19-6. This one beginning to get away. See if Salem can do something about it. Shot from the free throw line for Klinglesmith. It won't go, though. One shot and done. Silver Creek back on offense.
Salem just doesn't have the shooters that Silver Creek has, and they've got some good looks at the rim, but they're just not falling.
Well, it seems from what it looked like score-wise, they have some young ladies that can shoot the ball, but is it one of those things, Coach, that as we got a little action here on the inside, and Mason Straverson ends up having it taken away, but isn't it sometimes it's a little bit of a mental thing, you know? They won't go, and then the next one won't go, and the next one won't go, you know?
Some nights those shots don't fall, but those layups or those point-blank ones, that you've got to make those. And they've had 8 or 9 right at the rim. It just won't fall.
And Rats again with one, although she does draw the foul, so she will go to the line. And that one will go.
Substitutions. Kendall Hickey and Natalie Dean. For Salem, for Silver Creek, Rooney and Decker re-enter.
And Rats makes both. She's got 5, which include 3 made free throws. Now Amy Rooney with it, gives it up to Sirota. Sirota looks to drive it and has it stripped away, and good hands there. Comment new in the ball game for the Lady Lions, Kendall Hickey, 5'4" sophomore. Mason Straverson, long jumper, won't go for 2. Rats cleans it up ahead. Tomlinson.
Basketball, Macy Tomlinson, assist Rats.
And her first bucket of the afternoon, and that brings us to a timeout on the floor. The score 19-10. The Lady Dragons leading the Salem Lions. We'll be back in a moment on GLICOD.
I'm your cat. And ever since you brought me home that day, I've been plotting to destroy you. This is a billion years of tiger DNA just ready to pounce. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, you could be coughing up the cash for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like meow.
Contact Floyd Snobbs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on GLICOD.
Nine-point lead for the home Lady Dragons in this afternoon's contest with the Lady Lions of Salem. And Silver Creek with the ball. And those seven points coming pretty quickly for the Lady Lions, and they need more of that. Now good defense. Straverson takes it inside, high off the glass, won't go. Hickey comes up with the rebound. And she'll shoot the 3, too, buries it. Kendall Hickey, 5'4" sophomore guard, knocks that home from downtown. Suddenly a 6-point game. Amy Rooney gives it up to Sirota. Sirota gets a little screen, shoots the jumper from the free throw line, won't fall. Brown comes down with the rebound. And in the corner to Dean. Give it back to Brown. Sydney Brown looked to drive it, had it poked away and out of bounds. It's going to be back to the Lady Lions.
Substitution, Lacey Tingle for Silver Creek.
Kendall Hickey, I just take it that's a coach's daughter.
I'm guessing. I noticed the name on the roster pregame, and I'll be completely honest, I forgot to ask.
Well, leave it to that. She brought a little instant offense and some energy off the bench.
Sure did. I think that's pretty safe to assume. Of course, we all know what happens when I assume, so I hate to do that, but that's some. Wow, that was a scrum for it there.
That's another turnover. Just need to take care of the basketball better.
Well, Coach Hickey talked about that in the pregame, and you know it's just on the road, especially, Coach. Right? You just got to take care of that. Got to take care of that basketball if you can. So Silver Creek with the 6-point lead. It was 12 at the end of the first quarter break, so Lions certainly doing something with it. Wilkinson trying to work down low, couldn't get the shot to go from short range. Knocked out of bounds, though, off of Salem. So Mason Straverson will trigger from this near corner. Gets it to Sirota. Now handoff back to Mason Straverson and Sirota. Tingle now eyes down the defense. Little handoff, trying to get a lane. And an offensive foul. Mason Straverson just going a little too hard, trying to run through the defender instead of going around. Really, though, you have to say the first half played pretty cleanly. Seven fouls for both teams, and there's a minute and a half to go in the half.
Yeah, the officials are letting them play. And believe it or not, turnovers are about equal for both teams. Silver Creek is just taking better advantage of their opportunities more so than Salem.
And we just have a bench warning on the Silver Creek Lady Dragons. I don't know, out on the court maybe a little bit, or is Coach Shane saying something that should not sure. But turnover, though, on that inbounds. Now Sirota with it and gets it out. 3-ball up for Emmy Rooney, no good. And then a push. And that push was on Silver Creek. So ball's going to come back Salem way.
Wow. I wasn't sure about that.
No. A little conference here.
I think they're going to try to figure that out. I didn't see the foul. I thought it was just a deflection.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I think we had a little confusion between the couple of the referees. It was a push on Sydney Brown.
There's a foul in play. Number 1, Sydney Brown. For second, team's third.
And that was the correct foul call, but teams kind of lined up as if it was going to go back to Salem. That's Rooney with it. Dumps out of it to Tingle. Tingle trying to get it cross court, was partially blocked, but Mason Straverson ends up with it. And Silver Creek more than happy just to take their time and reset. Rooney trying to dump it down low to Tingle, and foul comes. Klingel-Smith whistled there. A little bit of a spin move. Nice post presence from Lacey Tingle.
I think if Klingel-Smith had just went straight up, she would have got away with that. Right? You swing down, you're usually going to blow the whistle.
So the crowd quiets, and Lacey Tingle couldn't get the first of the free tosses to fall. She's averaging not quite 9 points a game, but thus far scoreless in this afternoon's contest. Not anymore. Lacey Tingle knocks home that free throw. Under a minute to go here, first half. The half going very quickly. Again, played fairly cleanly. Tomlinson gets it to Klingel-Smith. Tries to dump it down to Rats, and there's a double team down there. Good defense. Stuyvesant blocking that, comes up with it. Now trying to take it the other way. High off the glass, won't go. And a push. So Natalie Knoll comes up with the board. And the foul. And Meredith Wilkinson whistled for the harm there. So Salem with 30 seconds, trailing by 7 here in the first half. See if they can make inroads there. Brown has a lane, but again, that good defense poking the ball away, and Meredith Wilkinson ends up with it. Just quick hands from these Dragons. So now Silver Creek will be more than happy to hold for the last shot. 8 seconds to go. Straverson looking for, splits the defense and gets it up and in, and that will do it for the first half. At the end of the first half of action, the home Lady Dragons lead the Salem Lions 22-13. Come on back for the halftime show here on GLICOD.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah! 1 second.
I guess their faces are safe. This is the...
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up. Shut up, Jeff.
I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155, located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. You're busy, always on the go, and when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family-owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can.
What makes a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Find out about online banking and other services by visiting Centra.org.
As we are back here at half, we'd like to thank Jim Butner Auto in Clarksville for their sponsorship of our broadcast this season. For the widest selection of pre-owned cars, visit locally owned Jim Butner Auto, where they are striving to keep you driving. And then more importantly, as we are at half, let's also tell you that tonight's halftime number is brought to you by Centra Credit Union, centered around you. And first for the Lady Lions, they were led by Abigail Ratz. She had 5 at the break. Natalie Knoll and Kendall Hickey, both with 3. Macy Tomlinson had 1 bucket for 2 points. For the Lady Dragons of Silver Creek, Kennedy Mason Stuyvesant leads all scorers with 12. Sydney Sirota has 4. Emmy Rooney with 3, Meredith Wilkinson with a pair, and Lacey Tingle with 1 point. Coach, just any thoughts on that first half overall and that scoring and how the teams are playing?
Well, it's funny, you commented on it early. For a while, it seemed like Silver Creek was going to run away with it and, be up 20 at the half, and then Hickey obviously came off the bench and gave Salem a little energy, hit a big 3. Both teams, believe it or not, equally have about as many turnovers. I tallied 10 for Salem to 7 for Silver Creek, but Silver Creek has just been able to take more advantage of their opportunities, hitting shots, and whereas although I love the aggressiveness of Salem driving the ball, they just can't get a layup to fall, which, sometimes that happens by half. You could turn around this next half here and they could all fall. But
right.
You can't complain for the officiating. They're letting both teams play and be physical. I thought that's been equal on both ends, and that's kind of how you want the game to go. Me as a coach, anyway. Let the players decide on the floor.
Absolutely. Well, and that's what they always say. As long as they're calling it evenly and equally,
right?
You know what to expect. So
they're swallowing the whistle for sure. Salem's just got to find a way that you cannot lose Mason Stuyvesant. She's got 13 right now, and there's been a couple times miscommunication on switches that you don't want to lose the best player on the floor.
Yeah,
no excuse for that.
Absolutely. Well, again, our halftime numbers brought to you by Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Well, let's step away for a few moments. When we come back, we'll take a couple more minutes. We'll pick Coach Chris Moore's brain about both of these teams and and as far as what the coaches might be saying in the locker room. So stay tuned for that, and come on back for more halftime here on GLICOD.
Is a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
Opioid overdoses in Clark County are at record highs. That's why the Clark County Health Department is now training volunteers to administer to victims of opioid abuse the drug Narcan, which may reverse its effects. To find out when and where CPR and Narcan training will be available, visit clarkhealth.net. You can help control the opioid epidemic. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on GLICOD.
Our score at halftime, the Lady Dragons, the defending 3A state champions, lead the Salem Lions, Lady Lions 22-13, and again, it's time to we're gonna pick Coach's brain here just for a minute or so. So, Coach Chris Moore joining our broadcast team today, and thank you for coming and joining us. So, you're in both locker rooms. What are you saying? First, let's go with Salem, who's trailing.
Well, from a positive standpoint, I'm telling them I love the aggressiveness that Salem is attacking the paint. You know, but you got to make layups. I mean, they'll fall if they keep attacking. They'll fall, and hopefully you get a couple of whistles where you can get to the line and score with the clock stopped. Because as the lead, if the lead grows, the clock becomes your worst enemy in that regard. Right. Klingel Smith's doing an outstanding job on the glass. She's dominating the glass on both ends, I think, but she's just got to be able to also. She hasn't made her presence felt offensively. And for Salem also, you cannot lose Mason Stuyvesant. I mean, anytime in transition or half, she's the best player on the floor. So everyone's got to know where she is.
Yeah. Well, so Scott Shane, what's he saying? Keep doing what you're doing, or something else?
Keep doing what you're doing, but take care of the basketball.
Yeah.
Turnovers for them, 7 turnovers is way too many. You're on track for a 14 double-digit turnover game. Take care of the basketball. Offensively, they've moved the ball well. They've gotten good looks. But turnovers for them. Take care of the basketball.
Absolutely. Okay, well, we are going to step away our last halftime break. When we come back, we'll have third quarter action for you here from Silver Creek High School on GLICOD.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on GLICOD.
Back under action, and you probably just got back in time to see Kaylee Klinglesmith started off for the Salem Lions with a bucket coming out of the halftime break, cutting into this Silver Creek lead, making it just a 7-point lead. As Silver Creek has the ball in the hands of Tingle, back out to Mason Stuyvesant, shoots the three, won't fall. Battle for the boards, and Sirota ends up with it. Just kind of ripped that ball away from Natalie Knoll. And the defense, zone defense, it looked like there, Abigail Ratz just got a paw up there and popped that away. Then on the other end, Tingle with the good defense. Mason Stuyvesant pulls up for the jumper, won't go. Battle for it, and falling down. Ratz picks it off. Oh, and then Tomlinson couldn't quite hold on to it. They had numbers and then kind of lost that. One shot and done. Tomlinson from the left side of the dish couldn't make it happen. Mason Stuyvesant back to Sirota. Now to Tingle. She'll shoot the three off the front iron and down to Ratz. Abigail Ratz hands it back to Brown. Now they're going to reset the offense, are the Lady Lions. Ratz with it. Gets it to Klinglesmith. One dribble up and in. So Klinglesmith with her first 4 points of the game in the first couple of minutes here of the second half.
Well, I'm glad to see that. Like I mentioned, she's making her presence known offensively now, so she can keep doing that. And Ratz can continue to be aggressive offensively.
So cuts that lead to 5. The biggest lead, I believe, was 12 at one point in the first quarter. Now, Wilkinson shoots the three. It won't fall, and popped out of bounds off of, looks like that was off of Rooney, so Salem will control. Some pressure and a whistle. Sirota, a little too aggressive there.
Just a bit. You don't want to foul 60 feet from the basket.
So Sydney Sirota commits her first foul of the afternoon. And Ratz cross timeline, gets a little screen. Picked up the dribble. Tough defense, gets it off to Klinglesmith. Thought about driving it, passes it back out to Brown. Now Ratz back to Klinglesmith. She thought about the three. Hands it back to Ratz, who shoots the three. Oh, it was again about halfway down and popped back out. Tough shooting day thus far for Abigail Ratz. Even though I say that, and she leads Salem with 5 points. Now Sirota with it. Wilkinson eyes it. Silver Creek just being patient. Oh, good hands there by Ratz. Trying to take the ball away from Stuyvesant. Knocked in the hands of Brown. Finally a whistle. And Ratz a little slow to get up. And jump ball situation. Finally, ball to Silver Creek.
We've had five or six jump balls, it seems, in this game. Right?
I believe so. Ball into Rooney. Sirota, Kennedy, Mason Stuyvesant with it now. Back to Rooney. She'll shoot it from dead away three and buries it. Her second made three of the ball game. Sydney Sirota just takes it away from Ratz. Now takes it to the other end. High off the glass. Won't go. And it's going to be a push against Ratz. So Abigail Ratz with her first.
Her first team's first and a half.
So one foul, team foul apiece. Into Rooney. She thought about that three again. Hands off instead to Sirota. Finds Mason Straverson. And then getting it to Wilkinson down low. And that was Klingel-Smith just with just a hand too far there. Commits that foul.
That foul surprised me the way they've let them play most of the game. But we'll see if they continue to call it the same way.
And
3 seconds.
A whistle, 3 seconds. Yep. Yep, good call, Coach. You just kind of sense sometimes when somebody's.
Every now and then I get one right.
Oh, that was good. Well, you know, it's one of those things. You just kind of know when you know. They've been there just too long sometimes. Klingel-Smith had a little bit of a tough time holding on to that ball. Reins it in. Tomlinson for three. Won't go. Mason Straverson skies for the rebound.
You know, Klingel-Smith started off getting the first 4 points of this half in the paint, and now she's drifted out to the outside. I don't understand that.
Wilkinson also out high. Now Sirota looks to drive it, and Klingel-Smith made her change her shot up there a little bit, just high off the glass, and easy board there for the Lady Lions. Tomlinson with it, and she finds Knoll, puts the shot up, and that was Abigail Ratz hitting the deck there as well on the defense. Sirota, a little tough time holding on to it. Now out to Mason Straverson.
I think Ratz had a little help getting to the deck there, but they missed it.
I thought so too. I saw out of the corner of my eye and heard the thud.
A little flex action here.
Oh, we got something offensive underneath. Let's see who that's against. Tingle, maybe? Yep, Tingle.
Foul number 25, Lacey Tingle, her second, team second.
Don't know if that was a grab or a hold on the defender or more of a moving sort of screen or maybe a combo. But ball coming back to Salem. Brown, hand off to Knoll. Now to Ratz. Tell you what, the Silver Creek defense is for real. Now that hand around, that's a tough one to sell to the referee there. Hand around the midsection by Lacey Tingle. So fouls beginning to add up here a little bit. Tingle checks the sideline. Decker checks in for the Dragons. As Tingle committed her third there. Brown working against Sirota. Gets it to Knoll. Knoll shoots the three off the near iron down to Rooney. So Rooney cleans up the board, and Mason Straverson just slowly dribbles it across timeline, waits for the offense to set.
They are letting them play physical. There's a lot of pushing and shoving going on, so we'll see if the officials try to get a hold of this before too long.
And ball knocked away. Knoll knocked it right in the hands of Tomlinson. Yeah, what you don't want to see, of course, is pushing and shoving that ends up with somebody getting hurt. Knoll, long three, won't fall. She can fill it up if she gets the chance, but just hadn't gotten them to drop here in this half. And that was Sirota trying to find Wilkinson, but knocked out of bounds.
Substitution for Salem.
So Natalie Dean checks in for Klingel-Smith, and Hallie Foley checks into the ball game for the Lady Dragons. In for Rooney. Foley with it. To Straverson. Mason Straverson shoots the three and airmails that one to the end of the courts. So a bit of a slow third quarter for both teams. A couple of points scored by Silver Creek, or three, I should say, and 4 scored by Salem. Lots of defense, not lots of offense.
Nice backdoor cut.
Oh, just couldn't hang on to it, Natalie Knoll. And she points at herself. She knew that was on her.
Yeah. I think she might have been thinking about the bucket before she actually had the ball.
Yeah. Emmy Rooney was right there, but Knoll had her beat, so. Turnover, and back for Silver Creek. Mason Straverson eyeing it, and we got a whistle away from the ball. That's Emmy Rooney.
Foul number 30, Rooney. Our second, team's fourth.
So a few more whistles thus far this half. Going to see some free throws before it's all over with, I'd say, Coach.
Yeah.
Noel, a high pass to Dean, but Dean puts it on the deck. Wilkinson picks her up late, but Dean says thank you very much and gets in the box score with her first two. 40 seconds to go here, third quarter.
She saw that lane and she took advantage of it. I think you're right. We're going to see some free throw shooting in the fourth quarter, though.
Well, especially if Salem, goes back or continues to try to be aggressive at the basket. Rooney, handoff back to Mason Straverson. Drives it, and she will go to the free throw line. So Kennedy Mason Straverson with the drive there and draws a harm.
That's what you kind of want. Isolate your best player, let her go make a play.
So foul on Natalie Knoll, her first of the afternoon. And Mason Straverson with her first point of the second half to give her 13. Eyes the second and knocks it home. 27-19. Lead stretches back out a bit. 6 seconds to go. Brown pushed well away from the basket and possibly should have taken that, but didn't. And Knoll heaves it up, can't get it to go, and that brings us to the end of three. Our score, the home Lady Dragons 27 and the guest Lady Lions 19. Come on back, fourth quarter action for you here on GLICOD.
Hi, I'm Isaiah. And I'm Grant. I'm vape-free because I've witnessed and experienced firsthand how tobacco can affect teens who want to escape from school, work, or other social activities. When it comes to curbing teenage use of tobacco and e-cigarettes, actions speak. Voice Indiana engages, educates, and empowers teens throughout the state to take action by promoting and celebrating a lifestyle free of tobacco and e-cigarettes. Find out how you can be part of the statewide youth empowerment movement and help end teenage nicotine use by going to voiceindiana.org.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on GLICOD.
Just underway here in the fourth quarter. Salem with the ball. Natalie Knoll takes it inside and gets it up and in. So coming out of that break, the Lady Lions cut this lead back to 6 for the Dragons.
Well, if there was a positive in that third quarter for Salem, they outscored Silver Creek 6-5. Looks like they're continuing to be aggressive.
Mason Straverson kind of up and under. Oh, that's a shooter's roll for you if you've ever seen one, boy. Falling down and just gets that up. He keeps the chin on the rim and gets that up and in. 29-21. Dean, that same lane again, and can't get it to go, but Ratz cleans it up, and a foul. Sydney Sirotto whistled for the foul. Senior committing her second of the afternoon.
13, Sydney Sirotto. Our third, team's fifth.
Sorry, Sydney Sirotto's third. I missed one somewhere along the way. That's why that's number. Oh, Emmy Rooney steps in, takes that ball away from Abigail Ratz. Just picked the pocket.
Too much room.
Yep.
They
Mason
got lucky
Straverson couldn't get it to go, but got a great look, didn't she?
She did. She did. They got lucky.
Knoll gets it across timeline, working against Rooney. Gets it off to Dean. Dean will shoot the three. That won't go. Coach Hickey nodding his head. That was a look that he'll take. So Silver Creek back down with the ball. 8-point lead. Rooney eyes it, gets it to Wilkinson. Now Mason Straverson and Lacey Tingle, who's back in the ball game here to start this fourth quarter. Sirota with it.
Silver Creek's gone this little flex action offense. As you see the little baseline cut.
So far defended well by Salem, but just waiting maybe to see if they can do a little adaptation on that, right, Coach, and get somebody free, like right there in the post. Spin move, well defended, and both by Ratz and Dean, but still the ball up on the rim just wouldn't fall.
Did a really good job of defending it. Now they just got to get something on this end, and there it is.
Yeah, Knoll has just enough daylight there that she can get to the rim and lays it home. So back to a 6-point lead for the Lady Dragons. Rooney, handoff, Sirota drives it and gets the foul. She'll go to the line for two. Let's see who the harm was against. Was Sydney Brown, I believe.
Foul number 1, Sydney Brown, her third. Team
That's her third.
Sydney Sirota shooting 2.
So Sydney Sirota with stays on 4 for the afternoon. Averages about 8. Decker checks in, and Wilkinson goes to the sideline for the Lady Dragons. Sirota knocks home the second. So 5 points for Sydney Sirota, and we've got a timeout on the floor. We will take a timeout as well. Our score, the home Dragons 30, Lady Lions 23. Come on back for more on GLICOD.
Nobody wants to be told that they have cancer. When you find out that you have cancer, you want to make sure and try to get it treated as quickly as possible. That's what Priority Radiology did for me. The time they saved me from fretting about it is something I can't repay. They got me my results within 3 hours. It's unheard of to get that kind of results that quick. I can't hardly tell you how important that was for my mental state. It really helped me get through that day.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on GLICOD.
Had, thought to check in with John Dablow. That's one of those things when you're around a little while, I've got you start to get enough contact numbers for these people, you can reach out. What are we looking at time-wise there, DK? We are back on, so we have our score at 30-23, 7 points for 7-point lead for the home Dragons. We were just discussing off air that this game was supposed to be this evening, but had a tip late yesterday that maybe it would be this afternoon. Reached out, and John Dablow, the AD here at Silver Creek, confirming it was switched to this afternoon, and so we're happy to bring it to you. We could get everything together to be here. Some good defense there by Silver Creek, ends up with knocking the ball out of bounds. So Salem has Tomlinson to trigger in front of the Salem bench, gets the ball back, shoots the three. Just airmails out a little bit. Nice sky from Knoll to try to get that back in, but saved to Silver Creek. Mason Straverson. He gets it to Sirota for 3.
Three-point basket.
Sydney Sirota. And on the other end, Tomlinson goes down hard. I think that's going to be against Lacey Tingle, if I'm not mistaken. No, sorry, Reese Decker, her first.
After the inbounds pass, the next foul, Salem will be shooting one in the bonus.
So Salem, as you may have overheard there from the public address, they will be shooting one in the bonus next go round. And that's Rats trying to get it up against Mason Stuyvesant. Oh, hung on the rim and just won't go. Having a bit of a tough night is Abigail Rats shooting the ball.
She works so hard. You'd like to see some more positive things happen for her because she really does play hard.
10-point lead and stretched out to 13. Emmy Rooney knocks home the 3 ball. Her third made 3 of the afternoon, and then good defense, Sirota. And then Mason Stuyvesant saves it back up in the air, and Silver Creek another possession. So the lead stretched out to 13. And you get the feeling some time run off the clock. Definitely that has become as big a defender as any of the 5 on the team for Salem. And then maybe a score, and it's going to be pretty tough.
Second shots usually go in. Let's see what happens.
Emmy Rooney with an attempt. It won't go. Abigail Rats skies. I thought you might be right there, Coach, because you're right. When you get a good offensive board like that, and get a pretty good look. And the block by Reese Decker. It's a little too aggressive, not giving the offensive player the room needed. So Natalie Knoll will go to the line. Here's some of those free throws we said might happen. Now the problem is, Coach, you know, as you look at the clock and time and the score, is that just even scoring with the clock stopped, is it going to be enough?
Well, not if you're going to turn the ball over. If they can take her the ball and just keep attacking, let's see where it is at the 2-minute mark.
So cut to 12 and 11. 2 made free throws there by Knoll. Leads her team in scoring with 9.
They've got to try to force some turnovers now. They're going to have to get out there and guard man-to-man.
And Coach Hickey exactly saying that. Gotta come out on, because Silver Creek, you know, at this point, be happy as a clam just to burn up some clock.
Got to take some chances here. You only have 14 fouls, so.
Yeah, that's one of those, maybe fouled, possibly get something on an inbound, or.
Yes.
Might as well be a little bit aggressive trying to get a hand in there. So far, Silver Creek handling that pressure well.
There it is.
Throwing the ball into backcourt.
That's one.
Yep.
They got the turnover, but they use 50 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's sort of always time and score, right, Coach? But especially when you get down to this kind of situation in the fourth quarter, it's just so much of that is that time.
Absolutely. I would just take it and drive the paint every time now. You know, Rats, when you wanted to be aggressive, Rats is kind of.
And a travel call.
That's unfortunate.
And the look on Coach Hickey's face is, I can't believe he just called that.
I'd use one of those timeouts right now, make sure my team was on the same page.
So after getting the turnover for full court, no, we've got a timeout on the floor. So we're going to take our timeout as well. 2:04 left, 36-25 our score. More on GLICOD.
This is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on GLICOD.
As we are back here, coming out of this timeout, 36-25, 11-point lead for the home Lady Dragons, your 3A defending state champions. And we've seen a lot of really good games out of Salem and Silver Creek over the last few years. This one's kind of been all Silver Creek. Salem's battled hard. They just can't quite put enough of a run together and missed just too many easy shots. And on defense, we got a foul here. Let's see who this is against. That's going to go against Natalie Knoll, her second.
Her second, team's fifth.
So still a couple fouls to give by the Salem Lions. And Stuyvesant not even looking towards the basket. She's just happy to dribble it around. She had a lane there a couple of times, just waiting for the foul. Or time to run off the clock. Now she'll take it towards the basket. Rats, though, good defense. Now giving it up to Sirota. Back to Mason Stuyvesant.
Come on. Got to go after it.
Now to Rooney. And she bangs it home and gets the foul. So
she's fired up, isn't she?
Yeah, she sure is. Emmy Rooney, high off the glass, gets the shot to go. And Natalie Dean whistled for the foul. And Emmy Rooney converts on the three-point play. And she had 3 at the break and has poured in 9 points here in this second half, has 12. Abigail Rats tied up by Mason Stuyvesant. Just, again, really good defense.
Jump ball possession arrow moving to Silver Creek.
That's the thing I'm noticing about this Silver Creek team, that they did well last year, but I think they just do so much better this year as they just get their hands on nearly everything.
They certainly do.
Now that heady play there by Mason Stuyvesant, throwing it off of the hand or the leg of Rats. And a timeout on the floor came first, but we will keep it here with a 1:15 left. 14-point lead for the home Dragons. Bring your attention to the ticker running at the bottom of the the screen there, and remind you that our second half ticker brought to you by Allstate Insurance agent Packy Page. You can call Packy at 812-202-7271. There are some games this afternoon, a couple more this evening. Trying to get those updated for you as we can. Executive producer always Steve Berg sending those in. As this one is winding down, and the Dragons will improve to 16-1. Coaches, I talked to Coach Shane before the game. You know, they graduated 3 really, really good players last year, and I think everybody thought, oh, it's going to be a rebuilding year. You know, they'll have a bullseye on them because they're the defending state champions. Everybody's going to give them their best game, and they'll have a tough season. And boy, they've 16-1 as they're about to be here. That's really pretty impressive. You know, coming out of that kind of break.
Everyone loves experience, but I think Coach said for the game that this team believes, and you can tell how they play. They trust one another, and they really seem to have a lot of confidence with each other. Looks like we got a technical foul.
And we did get a technical foul.
Shooting 2 shots. Number 13, Natalie Knoll.
So, technical foul. Okay, well, I wasn't sure if that was the action happening below us that we couldn't quite see, or the on the bench. I believe it was on the bench.
Yeah, I believe it was on the head coach.
Yeah,
he must have said something over there.
Yeah, there was something said that man in striped shirt did not like, and so Natalie Knoll knocks home a couple of free throws, and now Salem will have Knoll taking the ball out on the near sideline. Brown.
Got to attack the goal.
Oh, just pitches it to Emmy Rooney. Just stepped right around Knoll. Now Sirota Ahead to Decker. Back to Sirota. And down in underneath to Emmy Rooney, who adds to her total. Averages 11 and well up above that. Basket on the other end by Knoll, who just charged to the other end. And again, a timeout on the floor. 41-29 our score. Should remind you of our upcoming schedule next week. On Friday night, we will be at Floyd Central for Jeffersonville-Floyd Central, Hoosier Hills Conference matchup. I'll be alongside Jeff Cooper for that one on Friday night. And then on Saturday, out to North Harrison, where those same Floyd Central Highlanders will travel out to North Harrison, and we will be there. It'll be myself and Coach Paul Love on the call of that one. And so get a couple of games with Floyd Central. First, Jeff, and then North Harrison Cougars next weekend. So as we come out of the timeout here, 41-29 our score, and Salem has certainly played tough all night. Just been a little bit too much with the home court and some good defense for Silver Creek. And turnovers, as you mentioned many times, Coach. That really has been the bugaboo for these Lady Lions.
It has.
Knoll with the foul there. Her third.
Can't question the heart and competitiveness of this Salem team.
Well, there's a very good chance, as both of these teams are in the sectional 30. A very good chance might see each other once again. Sirota couldn't get that one to go. Rats gets the board and then falling down, trying to throw it off of Silver Creek player Lacey Tingle with the bump is what the man in the striped shirt says. That's her fourth foul. And that will bring Rats down to the line. Shoot 1 and 1. Rats eyes it, gets it to drop home. And the second home as well. 7 points for Abigail Rats, 5 of those on free throws. We just thought she might shoot more with that aggressiveness. And speaking of aggressiveness, a little bit of that aggressive defense from Sydney Brown, which at this point you really have to do if you're the Lions.
Foul number 1, Sydney Brown.
Yeah, you're hoping to take advantage of the light whistle that you've had most of the game. So take some chances if you want to get back in this thing.
And Mason Straverson couldn't come down with it. Rats skies for the rebound.
They've got to go quicker than that. They've got to go.
And Straverson just trying to take it away, keeps it alive. Taps it over to Sirota and then gets it back. And Abigail Rats, who's had a long day, a little slow getting up, banged up there that time. She's going to come to the sideline, I believe. And actually, bench going to clear here for the Salem Lions with 14.5 left. Starters all coming out of the ball game, and Abigail Rats again a little banged up there on that last play. Hope she'll be okay. As I believe the Coach Hickey is called off Salem. They're just gonna little token pressure here as the clock will wind down, and that will do it from here at Silver Creek High School. Our final score: the Lady Dragons 41 and the Lady Lions 31. Come on back for the postgame show here on GLICOD.
Opioid overdoses in Clark County are at record highs. That's why the Clark County Health Department is now training volunteers to administer to victims of opioid abuse the drug Narcan, which may reverse its effects. To find out when and where CPR and Narcan training will be available, visit clarkhealth.net. You can help control the opioid epidemic. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
I'm your cat. And ever since you brought me home that day, I've been plotting to destroy you. This is a billion years of tiger DNA just ready to pounce. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, you could be coughing up the cash for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like meow.
Contact Floyd Snobbs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
What? No. When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Interstate Batteries. Find a wide selection of batteries for all types of vehicles at their locally owned Jeffersonville location, 1510 Production Road.
Our score here at Silver Creek High School, the Lady Dragons defeat the Lady Lions 41-31. Silver Creek improving to 16-1. The Lions fall to 8-6. And Coach Moore, just your overall or general thoughts on the ball game today.
Well, because you know the rivals and are so familiar with each other, I thought both teams competed and played extremely hard. We said it on the onside, and I think it was one of the keys for Coach Hickey. If you got to control the number of threes at Silver Creek, we know they got a lot of shooters out there, and that was a big part. Their threes were falling down, and Salem's were not. Right. From one perspective, turnover-wise, it's funny because both teams equally turned the ball over too much. I had, by my count, unofficially made 18 for Salem to Silver Creek's 13.
Yeah,
but
it's still too much.
It is too much.
Right.
But you're offsetting that with the fact that you're hitting shots. So it was this is one of those games where right today might not mean anything because these teams could see each other again in the playoffs and it could totally flip.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so again, the Silver Creek Dragons improving to 16-1 with this 41-31 win. So we're going to step away. When we come back, we will have your German American Bank final numbers. We'll get those, and then upcoming most outstanding players of the game. So stay tuned for all that on GLICOD.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it is not right for teens. Paid for by Drug-Free Communities, the Department of Mental Health and Addictions, and Our Place.
As COVID-19 continues in our community, we are seeing increased cases in the younger population. While severity may be lower, there are still many health issues associated with infection, risk of transmission to other vulnerable citizens, and increasing the rate of development of variant strains. This is why the CDC recommends you get vaccinated. For more information or to schedule a COVID-19 vaccine or test, visit www.clarkhealth.net. Again, that's www.clarkhealth.net.
I'm your cat. And ever since you brought me home that day, I've been plotting to destroy you. This is a billion years of tiger DNA just ready to pounce. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, you could be coughing up the cash for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like meow.
Contact Floyd Snobbs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
Skyline for me is like my second home. So I started off at drive-thru, and then the next thing I know, I was serving full-time. My favorite regulars are always the ones with the kids. We're just laughing, talking, catching up on whatever's going on in our lives. Sometimes when I'm working the drive-thru, I'll hear a specific voice, and I know exactly who it is. When they pull around, I'm so excited to see them, and they're just as happy to see me. Skyline is more than just a restaurant to me. It's a fun place to work, and it's a fun place to eat.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on GLICOD.
As we are back, it's time for the German American Bank final numbers. A look at tonight's final numbers from German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. So I'll go through scoring first for both these ball clubs. And for the Salem Lady Lions in the loss, they were led by Natalie Knoll. She had 13 unofficially, 7 from Abigail Ratz, 4 from Kaylee Klingelsmith, 3 from Kendall Hickey, and 2 apiece from Natalie Dean and Macy Tomlinson. For the Silver Creek Dragons, they were led by Kennedy Mason Stuyverson. She had 16 on the effort tonight. Emmy Rooney ended up pouring in 14, including 11 of those in the second half. Really played a great second half. Sydney Sirota had 8, 2 for Meredith Wilkinson, and Lacey Tingle had 1. And now we're going to throw it over to Coach Moore. He's looked over the team numbers and maybe some individuals as well. What do you have for those team numbers?
I had, Kennedy Mason Stuyverson, obviously, with her 16 points, 11 rebounds was just outstanding. Helping to control the glass for a team. And as you already mentioned, Emmy Rooney coming off the bench was a big offensive spark in the second half. And then Abigail Ratz, although offensively didn't fall for what she wasn't able to hit a lot of shots tonight. She just competed her tail off, and I had her at 10 or 11 rebounds for the game, and she just completed and played hard for the rest of the game. Natalie Noel, obviously her 13 points were big, and seemed like she was the only one that could get shots to fall. So, but It was a very good game and very competitive. Like I said, it was they let them play. It was a physical game. Be hard pressed to say if that game's going to be that loose physically. If they play that game in a month when the playoffs are going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, those are your final numbers from German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. Well, we will step away here from our sponsors one more time. When we return, we have tonight's most outstanding players. Coming up for you on GLICOD.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
You're busy, always on the go, and when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family-owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can.
What makes a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
I was at practice one day, kind of made a cut through the lane, and I noticed that I landed on my knee a little weird. I saw my trainer here at school, and they highly recommended that I go to priority radiology. Any athlete, when you do go down with an injury, the first thing you think about is just how long that you're going to be out. Going to priority radiology, where I could get my results back quickly, made a big difference because I wasn't left waiting for weeks before I could even start a treatment. I was able to get what I needed right away.
As COVID-19 continues in our community, we are seeing increased cases in the younger population. While severity may be lower, there are still many health issues associated with infection, risk of transmission to other vulnerable citizens, and increasing the rate of development of variant strains. This is why the CDC recommends you get vaccinated. For more information or to schedule a COVID-19 vaccine or test, visit www.clarkhealth.net. Again, that's www.clarkhealth.net.
We've always gone to Skyline. As soon as we get there, the girls run to make sure that we can get the counter. It's kind of neat for the kids to sit there and watch their food being made.
It's like right in front of you, showing kind of like how it's actually done. It's awesome because it's a Skyline thing.
Very, very, very awesome.
Where else can you go and play and entertain yourself and eat, you know?
Nobody has a counter like Skyline. It's just the best.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on GLICOD.
As we are back here at Silver Creek High School, where the Silver Creek Dragons defeat the Lady Lions of Salem. The Dragons improving to 16-1. The Lions fall to 8-6. It's time for tonight's, today's Most Outstanding Players. Today's Most Outstanding Players brought to you by Skyline Chili on Grant Line Road near I-265. If it's game time, it's Skyline time. Well, Coach, who you have for our Most Outstanding Players?
Well, for Salem, I had to go with Natalie Knoll, who was big offensive, hit big shots for them and tried to keep them in it. So Natalie Knoll for Salem, and Kennedy Mason-Robertson for Silver Creek. 11 boards go along with her 16 points, so those are my players of the game.
Absolutely. Both very well deserving. So today's Most Outstanding Players brought to you by Skyline Chili on Grant Line Road near I-265. If it's game time, it's Skyline time. Kennedy Mason Striverson in the win for Silver Creek, and Natalie Knoll in the loss for the Salem Lions. Also want to remind you that you can nominate your favorite student athlete for GLICOD's Most Outstanding Student Athlete Award. This winter, a male and female high school student will be recognized for their outstanding academic and athletic achievements during the fall sports season. For more information and to submit an application, visit GLICOD.com. Well, you know, it's time as we wrap things up here for your final thoughts. I know it's first time you've seen both of these teams, but, you know, they may very well meet each other down the road again. And so, Coach, any final thoughts on this?
Well, first of all, like I said, when you have teams that are rivals like this outcome has nothing to foresee about what the next outcome might be. So that's the first and foremost. Second, I just don't see when you get into playoff basketball, for instance, that the game is going to be called as loose as it was today. I don't mean that as a criticism at all, because I did think that it was on both ends. They let them play. It was physical. Just tends to be that refs tend to blow those whistles a little more tighter in those games there, and that's what Salem really needed. They needed to try to score, get points at the free throw line, because their perimeter shots weren't falling. Yeah. So you know, we'll see. It could be. I think I would be excited to see the next time these two teams meet.
All right. Well, so. That's I agree. It could be. You never know what might happen when it comes tournament time, and just it's a different atmosphere. Yep. So it could be a very good one. And these teams have met often in the last few years in that sectional 30. So just look forward to that possible matchup down the road. Well, a reminder, next week, Friday and Saturday ball games on the schedule. Floyd Central hosting Jeffersonville on Friday. You'll catch that one on GLICOD, IHSAA TV, and on our YouTube channel. And then on Saturday night, Floyd Central at North Harrison. So Floyd Central hosting Jeff, and then traveling to North Harrison our next weekend on GLICOD. And as always, for the most in-depth coverage of Southern Indiana high school sports, visit GLICOD.com. Well, today's on-site producer was DeKevian Gauss. Executive producer was Steve Bird. Tess Carter ran the camera for us today. Definitely want to welcome to the GLICOD team and thank Coach Chris Moore for coming out and being our analyst on the ball game this afternoon. So thank you, sir, for coming out and joining us.
Look forward to doing it again.
All right. Well, once again, our final score was 41-31, where the Silver Creek Dragons defeat the Salem Lions. And I'm Dr. Todd Carter saying so long. You've been watching Southern Indiana high school basketball on GLICOD. Good night, and God bless everybody. Thank you. All right.
From GLICOD, this has been Jim Butner Auto Southern Indiana High School Basketball. Jim Butner Auto in Clarksville, striving to keep you driving. Tonight's game was also brought to you by Interstate Batteries, the car battery auto techs prefer. By Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page, he puts you in good hands. By the Clark County Health Department, promoting a safe and healthy community, clarkhealth.net. By Community Action of Southern Indiana, helping people, changing lives. By Centra Credit Union, Carter Family Dentistry in New Albany, State Farm Insurance Agent Teresa Lamb, Our Place, Burns Garage, Priority Radiology, and Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, GLICOD.com, Facebook and Twitter @GLICOD. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from GLICOD.